You're watching Suckprofessor. Hello, everybody. It's me, Hank. I'm joined by James. So here we go with Walking Dead Season 7, Episode 10. What's it called?
Rockin' the Road. No.
No.
Thank God it's not Rockin' the Road.
Yeah, that was last week. This is
New Best Friends.
brand new best friends. So this was a pretty exciting episode. Did you like it?
Yeah, I was awake for most of it.
Are you lying?
No, I'm kidding. Yeah, it's fun to make fun of the show because we love it so much.
We love to hate it,
Yeah.
as they like to say.
We are fans, though. We might talk trash about it, but we are fans.
And it can, it definitely makes me wish the apocalypse would show up early so I don't have to keep watching this fucking horrible show. All right, so let's get into it. No, that was a little more than I mean. I actually kind of like this one. I didn't feel too bad about it. We got a whole new group. That's going to be interesting. But anyway, here we go. Let's start it out. We got opening shot here. This is the kingdom.
Yes.
And they're waiting for a meeting here. There's Morgan in the middle.
Yeah, and we kind of know exactly where they are because this is the core group that goes out to meet with the Saviors. They do it outside of the walls because the whole deal is that the Saviors don't come inside the kingdom. The people don't know about the deal. The people feel safe, and they do all their inner workings and dealings and stuff.
Yes.
Out of sight.
This is Ezekiel's deal with the devil.
Yes.
To keep his people safe. So yeah, Morgan in the middle, by the way, great show on Fox. All right, let's go there. There. Okay, I'm clicking on my keyboard. What the fuck is happening? Oh shit. All right, there we go. Okay, Walker growling. Uh-oh, James, look out. What are we gonna do here? This is not much of a threat. Look at that big axe. That's Jerry here. He's like his buddy, sort of a guard and kind of a booster too. He's sort of he's always supportive. He has a positive attitude, kind of like me. And Ezekiel tells this lady to take her down, and she.
Well, this lady, we meet a new character. Her name is Diane.
Oh, Diane. Yeah, with Diane, we don't have. Yeah, I wouldn't call her a character just because she has a name and she's a character. So she shoots a zombie and she goes, "My sister had a dress like that," and he goes, "Don't think about it." It's like, come on, ladies, how long has this been going on? You're still sad about all the death? Yeah. Get over it. It's a new reality here.
Well, maybe her sister died last week. We don't know.
That could be, or maybe her sister's like on the other, like in the car. She's driving the seat. She's just weird. My sister wears shoes. All right, so they're waiting, and then the cars roll up. They spot them. They're coming. Big group of guys get out. There's your goons. A couple of them might look familiar.
Yeah, if we know anything, we know that there's certain goons that are assigned to certain settlements. So the same people who go to pick up their tributes do so at the hilltop at Alexandria and so forth.
Yes.
So we recognize this group of people because this is the same group of people that came to pick up from them last time, including Jared, who is the punk.
Should I back it up a little? Yeah, that's Jared
the
there.
little punk dude who decked Richard in the face last time, got into a scuffle, and at which point they said, if this happens again, Richard, you're the first line on the chopping block. First neck on the chopping block.
Right, and they're led by this accountant turned tough guy.
Yeah, he's not a very intimidating guy.
Yeah, he doesn't seem like the natural pick for the leader of these savages. But anyway, so they go up to Ezekiel. This guy goes, now. Oh, he goes, that's Jerry. Doesn't know what to do. No, boss, boo. And so he goes, yeah, go open the thing. So they open it up. They show him. He goes, no, I'm not happy. That doesn't look like it's very much.
Looks a little light.
Yeah, and he goes, look again, Gavin. Gavin Newsom, mayor of North San Francisco.
Okay.
What are your phone buzzing on you there?
Nope.
We heard a rumble outside.
I was trying to figure out what it was, too.
We both thought it was our phone. Gosh, we were victims of technology. So he looks again. He goes, oh, yeah, 8, 9, 10. You got it all there. It's great. I don't know. Is he counting watermelons or is he counting gas canisters or whatever the hell?
I don't know.
What is this? They're giving up a lot of stuff. These look like car batteries. Those would make good weapons.
Very heavy to swing.
You got to be pretty strong. Yeah, and you got to just like wait for the person you're swinging at to hold still.
Yeah.
Or be dead. Okay, so yeah, you're right. It was pretty good. And then, of course, here, you already said his name.
Jared.
Jared wants Richard's gun.
Yeah, because...
and he says he should never have a gun. You're an asshole.
Yeah, he's got personal beef with Richard, so he wants to hurt Richard, but he also knows that Richard is not a fan of the Saviors.
Yes.
Doesn't believe he should be at the pickups, period, and furthermore, doesn't believe he should have a gun, because if anyone's going to be prompted to use it, it's going to be Richard.
Yeah, Richard is he's a little volatile, I think.
But to be fair, Jared's the one that starts all this crap.
Yeah, Jared's kind of pushing, and Richard's got a good reason to be kind of pissed off. I mean, all these people have all kinds of beefs and qualms to settle.
Richard's the one who wants to fight.
Yeah, he does. He's more aggressive than the rest of them. By the way, look at this thing here, James. You know what that's called? It's called what my legs do when I do yoga.
That's a quiver.
Thank you. You hit me first, prick. They're fighting, and then here's James's computer had a Java update, which is a fucking nightmare. When is Java ever going to go away? Uh-oh.
So clearly Richard wants to shoot him in the armpit.
You mean... I don't know about you, James, but my heart is near my armpit.
Yeah.
Okay, if I'm angled in a certain way, so it's not such a bad thing. And I have very long armpit hair. Pokes out of my little crevices when I have my arms down. So yeah, this is no good. We can't be having this at a business meeting.
Yeah, but then
everybody's getting tense.
Yeah, the good thing here is that Richard basically looks to King Ezekiel and says, "Yes, Your Majesty, what are we supposed to do?" Basically saying, look at these people. They can't be reasoned with. We need to fight. We need to take action. Give me permission to shoot them. Let's take them out.
Right here, he wants to do that.
Yeah, he's basically trying to say, look what's happening. This is not a tenable situation.
Yeah.
But instead of getting support from the king basically says, stand down, give him your gun.
Yeah, because the king is in the lesser position. He's not the strong negotiator here. He's the why is the word supine in my head? Is that a word?
I don't know.
I think it means like bending over or something.
Maybe, but I know that the king wants to protect those who are still within the walls. So he knows that any form of aggression that happens out here is going to reverberate back in a much larger fashion against the people he cares about.
Yes, a shootout here would be an ugly mess, and it would be bad for everybody. So he might as well just give up his gun, which he does. Now look what I would have done if I was this guy. I would have grabbed the gun and then like pushed it forward and made him shoot himself. Just use his own finger to trigger it, or break his finger with because it's like stuck in the little hole there, the trigger hole. And then what happens here, Richard? What triggers? Okay, so this all happens quickly. See, Morgan is moving into action.
Well,
here.
What's about to happen is Richard says something back to him.
Yeah.
And he's about to smack him across the face with a gun.
With a gun, right.
So Morgan steps in and he blocks the impact by hitting his wrist.
Yeah.
Forcing him to stop the attack.
That could really hurt your hand. You ever hit your hand on something?
Oh yeah,
it's a nightmare. Ow, my hand! He's grunting. And look at Morgan like goes into like finishing posture.
Yeah,
that's funny. I don't know why that's funny. So this is obviously an escalation. But then the guy kind of grabs a stick or he drops it. He's like, all right, I actually was kind of surprised that by the end of this sequence they didn't hit Morgan. Like you think if you actually lay a finger, aka a stick, on a guy, like, and they're the more stronger ones, that they're gonna like, all right, you fucker. But Morgan did get, I
think it's hit in the side of the head pretty badly, so his ear starts bleeding.
Oh, why don't you shut up with all your fucking facts, James? Okay, but then it all went down quick. Now
he first uses the stick
he went
to
hit Morgan, and then Benjamin protected Morgan. That's what. Oh yeah, okay, so he does hit Morgan. You know what? Everything I said was really stupid. I'll delete all that. I'm sorry. Okay, so then Benjamin comes in. That's him here. Trips Richard. So yeah, Morgan took one on the side of the head. God, I'm dumb. And knocks him down. Gavin, stand down. Ezekiel, no, everybody, stop. We're fighting. Yeah, look, Morgan's got a fucked up ear a little bit.
No, maybe they just started playing some Michael Bolton.
When he cries blood out of his ears?
That's what happens to me when I hear steel bars wrapped all around me.
You know Michael Bolton's song names?
I'll be your prisoner until the day you found me.
Oh boy. No wonder you must have had a very traumatizing childhood. I'm sorry that all happened to you. In my household, we listened to crying. Just sobbing from every bedroom.
Pure Kenny G.
Kenny G. All right, so Richard will refrain from... So yeah, he agrees, no more Richard. That's just no good. And then this guy's like, no, but Richard, it's not... you're going to bring him back. He's trouble. It's no good. Things are going to have to change with this guy, Richard, right?
Yeah, he says, I almost killed him myself just now. And even
his acting is fucking shitty.
Yeah, but he also acknowledges that he understands it's not Richard's fault, it's Jared's fault, but still, he's the superior person there, so things have to go better, and if they're going to go better, the concession's going to be made on King Ezekiel's side, not on his side.
Right, and he says, if you don't get your guy in line here, I'm going to sick my bloated Patton Oswalt on him and my guy from The Shield, too. So,
and he reminds him, you do remember... when it does go down, Richard's the first one in line for that. To reiterate what he said last time.
Yeah. But they were remarkably adult about this. They're basically like parents whose kids got into a fight. Like, hey, get your kid under control there, or I'm going to have to talk to the principal. So Jared, get the hell up. So he didn't... Jared has a right to be not right, but this could have gone way worse, I guess, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. It didn't help tensions. It didn't smooth over Mathers from last time. It's
Definitely
basically
not.
Building to a crescendo.
Yeah.
But I think that everyone's relieved that crescendo did not happen in this particular meeting.
And Ben is saying, if you're going to poke me here. Don't poke me here. Poke me up here. Not down here. Right,
shouldn't you wear your armor on the inside of your clothing so it's not obvious where your weak points are?
Good. Wow, you're a real strategic thinker. I like it, James. You should go work for the military. You're working for my military now, bitch. Someone gave. Oh yeah. He asked for the stick back. That's ridiculous. What he thinks that
Jared's gonna be a kind and understanding person who's gonna return a stick because it has sentimental value to him.
You mean the thing you just hit me in the knuckles with is important to you? Oh, you have a sentimental value here attached to this inanimate object? No problem. I really would want you to have something to snuggle with at night. Here, you can have your stick back, you jerk.
So now we're going to look at like another entire season of him practicing his Tai Chi stick moves with a mop.
Well, if you get the mop wet, it's like having a weighted. It's like when I do calisthenics and I wear weights around my ankles. I don't do calisthenics. That's it. But yeah, he wants to beat up Morgan.
And he says, no.
No. Read the goddamn rooms, Sensei. Who said that again? I believe that is
Gavin talking to talking to Morgan.
Oh, Morgan.
Sensei, because he did the karate type moves. He's saying, read the room. The guy's not going to give it back. Just deal with it.
Yeah, asking for the stick back was that was a very low probability of success.
Yeah.
But anyway, so it ends and they go away and these guys get in their rusty old truck and this guy's upset because he's already got to pee. And then off they go, and
Diane says something. She turns back and says, "My sister loved that dress," as though that was the only thing on her mind during that entire tense encounter.
Right.
She just goes right back to where she was before the whole thing happened.
My sister loved that stick. Wink, wink. Oh yeah, and then there's her lady at the dress. That's a pretty dress, James. Got some nice floral patterns in there, and yeah, that's nice. What if that? Yeah.
You think she goes back and recollects the arrows like Daryl does with his bolts?
I would. You should get the arrows.
Do you think that the arrow will come out as easily as a bolt though? Because an arrowhead inherently becomes more difficult to pull out after it goes in.
Right. It spreads out.
It spreads out like
a probably. But this is soft zombie flesh. Okay.
Yeah.
Kind of like when I withdraw an arrow from a deer who is a zombie. She's also got some nice shoes. Oh, is this one of those blood? This looks like one of those weird blood capsule things. Those little blood vials that they fill up when they take your blood when you go to the AIDS clinic.
Could be. Yeah. Could be.
Hard to tell. Okay, so this must be Atlanta, right? You ever been there?
I've flown over it and driven past it many times.
Oh, well, can you confirm this is the skyline?
Yes, there are buildings
there. All right.
there.
See, look, we even do field research here, everybody.
They also have grass there and trees.
And parking lots.
Yes.
Yep. And gang fights in the parking lots. Okay, so as does every city in this everywhere. So you were quick with that. Oh yeah, so they get back and I don't know, their debrief of the whole thing was like, hey, good work.
But what seems to be a compliment really comes in to be a chastising.
Oh.
You are a trifle too quick.
Yeah, you are a trifle too quick here. You shall hunt a king's stag. That's a king's deer. Yeah, he says, I wasn't really thinking. I just did. He goes, well, now you have to think, dummy. Come on.
Yeah, learning how to use a weapon does not give you incentive to use your fighting skills.
What's on the end of the king's weapon there? Is that like a kind of animal head?
I think so.
That looks like
we have seen it close up before.
Yeah, I think so. It's kind of a cane, sort of, but that thing could fuck you up, couldn't it? Mm-hmm. What if you had one of those canes with the 4 rubber feet on the bottom of it, and you use it to like?
It's a walker.
No, those are walkers.
Oh, you mean the single one with the
single
prawn.
cane?
Okay,
the prawn.
Got it. Yeah.
The cane doesn't fall over. It stands up. Yeah. Because real canes fall over. I tried. I can't get them to stand up. Yeah, so there they are. Looking at him.
And he tells Richard, we'll talk later.
Yeah, we're going to be in talk. And, okay, so you're stick with that stick, man.
Yeah, Jerry undermines everything that Ezekiel just said.
I don't hate the idea that there's a guy like Jerry. I just think he needs to tone it down like 20%. Mm-hmm. He's just a little too much for me, and it just takes me out of it. Yeah. He's acting like the drunk Hawaiian guy who's at the bar and having a good time. It's like, all right, chill out, okay? All right. All right. Where'd you go in them? Oh, that's Daryl talking.
Yes,
Daryl. You want to talk alone? And then Daryl this exchange also kind of perplexed me too.
So the thing is, Daryl was left behind at the kingdom.
Yeah.
With permission of Ezekiel, because he's a marked man. He escaped from the Saviors. The Saviors, if they should see him, they will kill him on the site and take offense to anyone who's harboring him.
So they know that the kingdom, as long as they have good relations, won't look or the Saviors won't look at the kingdom.
They do not come inside the kingdom. They do all their dealings outside. So as long as Daryl is inside the kingdom, he's safe.
Yeah. Right, but so Daryl kind of gets in his face about dealing in like being part of this group that's working on this deal.
Daryl is very much in the same mindset as Richard. He wants to fight. He doesn't want to give in to the Saviors, and this is even more so motivated by the fact that he was held captive by them for so long.
Yeah, right. But I just didn't think I just thought it was peculiar that he kind of gives Morgan grief about it, like as if Morgan is doing something really wrong here.
But Morgan Oh,
Take a swallow there, James. Don't force it.
Morgan attended the meeting.
Yeah.
And
did your phlegm make it down to your stomach?
No, that was actually
a bubble.
Yeah, that was the burrito coming back up.
That was a bubble of cheese.
Yes.
All right, go ahead.
But essentially, he says that he's complacent with it because he went along with it. He attended the meeting. He's part of the inner circle of King Ezekiel when they go down to deal with the saviors.
Yeah.
So he's basically saying by proxy, you're allowing it to happen.
Yeah, I get the reasoning a little, but I just think there's more to be said for their history together as part of the same like original family. I mean, these guys have a longer history than any of their other newer relationships. That's why I think it's peculiar. But things are changing. Things are relationships are kind of groups are getting separated, and stuff does change. For instance, James and I don't no longer sit right next to each other on the couch ever since we moved the pillows. So a horse neighs. They neigh. Neigh, neigh. I don't know, why is that making me laugh? I'm weird. Then he walks over, and Richard is using a kid's bow. Did you see the way you ever shoot a bow and arrow, James? First
no.
of all, you're supposed to hold the string. Come on, dummy. No, he just let go of it. But that bow is weak-ass fucking bow. A real bow.
Well, I can tell there's no tension there.
Yeah, it was light tension. They are hard, properly, and there's compound bows, the ones with like the pulleys and stuff.
Yeah, it makes it a little bit easier to pull back.
Yeah, you can get.
This is not one of those.
Not one of those. So anyway, even a lightly tensed bow would probably still go into you and hurt you. I wouldn't want to be shot with that, but you can. And then he shot the target. They showed him shoot it, and you could just tell the thing was barely moving. Mm-hmm. It was funny. I don't know. This is like summer camp bow for like 8-year-olds.
Yeah, the arrow was on strings, slowly being guided into a pre-made hole.
Yeah, with 2 little fish hooks, like they're keeping it lined up. So they kind of agree. He sort of says, "I'm going to need your help, man," and we're going to. And then he goes, "I heard you're a bowman." That's not really what you call a guy who's a crossbow.
No, you can't say archer because an archer doesn't use a crossbow.
Archers! Yeah, that's true. Okay, fine. All right. Once again, I've been outwitted by James.
Yeah, and this is essentially the moment where it's like, Daryl's back.
Yeah.
Because he lost his crossbow to...
Pizza Face Daryl.
Yes, good enough for me.
Eugene?
No.
What's his name? Hold on. Carol?
No, it's not the D name.
Dwight. Dwerl.
Yes,
that's right. Yeah, that's right. They're Dwerl. And yeah, this is a very dramatic alignment of the camera to make it look like this Daryl. That's our guy. He's finally got his old weapon back. The porn star finally got his boner. His confidence is coming back. He's doing it. He is ready to fight. And this is also always a peculiar choice of weapon. It's not light. I mean, like weight-wise, but it takes up a lot of space. Guns are obviously preferable, in my opinion.
But you never run out of ammo as long as you collect it.
Yeah, he does have reuse. There are some benefits, I guess, compared to guns, so that's cool. All right.
Yeah. When he initially lost his motorcycle and he lost his crossbow to Dwight, I thought that was signaling the beginning of the end of Daryl, that he was going to be killed off soon after his character had outlived his usefulness, but now it's like re-emerging again. Daryl's back.
How Stella got her groove back, the sequel, how Daryl got his crossbow back. Yeah. So there you go, we just watched it. Great. Oh, it's our favorite guy. He's on his way home from work, not a zombie. And now, there we go. Okay, that's Forrest, and so hitting Katy
Perry. This is her house.
Yeah, that's actually his backpack. He's just a fan of hers. He just loves Katy Perry. He loves that video where she's in the jungle running around. Just like those boobies that's always in the entertainment magazines.
Yeah, so this is essentially that little hut that we've been seeing him sneak away to, that's behind that sign, that waypoint sign.
Yes, and he's talking to Daryl here, right?
Yeah, he has Daryl with him.
Yeah, so this actually answers something that we weren't sure about earlier, was what the hell is he up to with all these bottles? Remember, they were all empty?
Yes.
And he gave a few to somebody? And no, he's not collecting video game hearts and fairies like in Zelda. So
I like that explanation better, though.
Yeah, he's out like trying to catch butterflies.
Yeah, the fairies. He didn't put the holes in the top, so the fairies are all dead inside now.
He's got empty buckets of fairy food, and he's trying to shake it in there. There's no more fairy food. Okay, so he's making some kind of weapon.
Molotov cocktails.
Yeah, Molotov cocktails, which everybody knows is just gasoline, an old rag, and a good arm.
Try and make them at home,
fire.
Kids.
Yeah, everybody.
Do it yourself.
We get taken down.
Don't ask mom.
Teaching children how to make Molotov. But no, it's like one of the first improvised weapons you learn as a child. Yeah. At least in my family, that's how we were taught. So at least that it makes sense for what that you'd use bottles for. So okay, now they're off together. They're off on some mission. He's giving them some sort of the rundown. That's cemetery. That's well, like nothing funny to say about
His
death.
pointing up is like basically heaven. It's
Yeah,
cemetery.
Heaven. I don't know why I'm making noise effects. Yeah. So Richard has this whole little plan here, which we can explain a little bit, where they're gonna ambush. They're gonna wait behind this truck here, ambush they expect Savior guys to come by on a car.
Yeah, they know this road is used as an access route by the Saviors and only by the Saviors, such that it's fairly obvious that anyone who comes along this road is inherently a Savior.
Inherently, yes, for sure. And, oh, look, stick them up.
Red Dead Redemption 2.
Red Dead Redemption 2. Look, a cactus. Don't touch them. They ride this... I learned that a few times. Yeah, so he's explaining if we see the Saviors, it's the cars. I can't take them alone. I'm going to need you. And then we hit them with the guns, and then we burn the car, and then we shoot. If we need more guns, we can shoot them again.
So what's the plan?
The plan is to ambush the Saviors, make it look more violent to make them angry by burning it and making it look really bad, as if that would really make that much of a difference. And then leave a trail. He says he left a trail here from the weapons to the weapons cache that he planted near a house of some loner. He says, I don't know, some loner.
Well, it's going to lead to the cache, and then from the cache is going to lead to the house.
Yeah. He's trying to draw them back towards a person's house who lives.
So they can come and kill that person and believe that they've killed a threat. And the person being a loner is perfect because that person is not representative of any one of the kingdom, the hilltop, Alexandria, so forth. So no individual community is going to take the blame for what this person did because they're a loner.
It's what we call in the blaming other people business a scapegoat, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or that's what you call it when the goat gets out of the fence. Hey, my escape goat.
Wow.
Yeah. Shut up. If they know their elbow from their arsehole. Oh, asshole. Sorry.
You went all Irish there.
Yes. Yes. That's Irish for yes. And can follow an obvious spore. I never heard that before. What is a spore? Or did he just mispronounce spork?
I don't know.
It's not spore like O-R-E, which would be like the genetic little thingy from a mushroom.
Oh, you're talking about the computer game.
Or the computer game spore, of course. That's what I should have said first. But anyway, so Daryl figures out that this person in the cabin who he's talking about is a woman. And she's alone, and he knows somebody. He doesn't necessarily know where Carol is, but...
It's like a very lethargic fat hamster turning a wheel in his head. He's like, wait a minute, what's her name?
Lethargic fat
I'm
hamster.
putting two and two together.
I've done 2 complete revolutions in 5 minutes with my weird hamster wheel thing.
I'm using my other facial expression. I'm just saving it.
His beard hair grew out. When they started the shot, he had no goatee, and but he also only grows goatee. He doesn't. No, he's got a whole beard, I guess, going on. It's kind of a goatee / beard.
Because, as you know, since Sophia died, way freaking back in the day, Sophia being the daughter of Carol, that he and Carol have had this sort of bond.
Wow, Carol had a daughter?
Yeah.
I totally don't remember that at all.
And it was the first zombie child. Well, not the first, but it was one of the very first zombie children. And they had to gun her down because she was in the barn that Herschel was keeping.
Oh, I kind of remember that. Oh, yeah, okay, Herschel. Yeah, the old white guy talks slow and gives people Band-Aids. Her name. What is it? He won't say his name. He's like, what's her name? Say her damn name! Carol! Adam Carol.
And he was basically saying, I really hoped you didn't know her because this is the sacrifice. This is what we need to do.
Yeah.
In order to make progress, sacrifices have to be made.
Yeah.
And because she's living out there by herself, she may as well already be dead.
Yes.
So it's not that big a sacrifice. It's for the greater good. And he's trying to say, you need to go along with me. You need to do this. But Daryl, being that he has this relationship with Carol, is not going to let that go down.
Yes, he doesn't want to let it happen. I was confused, though. I'll explain a little. You stay away from Carol. He's really defensive, protective, which he should be. But I was like, okay, so what are they doing? So they're going to kill like 3 or 4 people, maybe 5, I don't know.
Yeah.
Some number in 2 cars, 1 or 2 cars. And then after the Saviors find out, they're going to go kill Carol, which I thought they wanted to provoke a fight because that would force the kingdom into a fight. But that's not the case. They just wanted to. The only benefit in Richard's plan here was to kill the occupants of the cars. That's the progress, as you explained to me after I told, because I was like, what's the game? I didn't understand it.
Yeah, it's basically a small preemptive strike. A war is not won in a single battle. This is just the one small battle they want to instigate to basically pave the path for future aggression.
Yeah.
but they don't want it to come back onto any of the Kingdom Alexandria or so forth.
Yeah.
I think they even want to...
It makes sense to use deception.
Yeah, I mean, they could even say something like, hey, look what we did. We took these guys out. They're not invincible. They can be beaten, and no harm came to you as a result of that. So how about we continue to go down this path, and we take them out one by one gradually?
Yeah. I still feel like it's not the bestest approach, but you know what? No. It does make sense. Who the fuck am I? I'm just some dumbass who, edits videos. All right, so then, car's coming. You see him all the way in the distance, and so they...
Go back?
What?
Jeffrey F. January.
F. January. He hates January. What does the F stand for?
Friggin'
January. Goddamn friggin' January. It's when all my kids were born. I hate buying presents. Because we'd have sex in May, right? Wasn't that right? Or April? Okay, sorry, I'm doing that pregnancy math. Sorry, no, we're not gonna. He goes, this is it, Daryl. And then he goes, I ain't gonna let you do it. And they start fighting, and they start having sex. And this is them having a big boom time.
I think that the person who does the subtitling for this thinks any sound above a whisper is a grunt.
It does seem like that.
Because it's like... every time a sound happens, it's a grunt.
Yeah. You hear a door opening, it's a door grunting.
Yeah.
You hear me picking up a chip off the carpeting. Hank grunting. Mostly out of pleasure.
You see a guy solving a mathematician thing on a wall, and it's goodwill grunting. That was a bit of a stretch.
I like it though. It was working. It worked for me. No, they're not. It's not sex. It's violence. Okay, a lot of people get them confused. And so yeah, they're wrestling and fighting and punch, hit. Luckily, they don't have any weapons. My wrinkly face, and I'll show you some greasy hair here. Smack, punch. Ow, my nose. Ooh, you're making me bleed. The makeup artist has to put blood on my face.
Like, you look too much like the governor. He just keeps punching him.
Right there? Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, he pokes out one of his eyes. Yeah. Puts an eye patch on him. I think a fun prank would be to put 2 eye patches on my friends while they sleep.
Yeah.
But he reaches and grabs it. Looks like a canteen. That seems like a water bottle, maybe like a metal one, probably, and hits him with it, because like a soft water bottle wouldn't be the best hit.
Yeah.
Bonk, take that, Daryl, and then he gets over and they get a gun. Now we got standoff number 2 of the episode, panting. He's taking off his pants. There'll be more, and so he's actually trying to talk Daryl into this whole scheme. He doesn't give up on his plan. He really believes in it.
Yeah, and he doesn't even hold him accountable for messing up his lipstick.
Yeah, this is what happens when the Joker becomes a makeup artist.
Yeah.
Kiss. He's like, what if he left a love note on a napkin and he kissed it, but it's got just rub his whole face on it, like me after I eat salsa.
Yeah. So he's basically telling Daryl, okay, let bygones be bygones. They're going to come back this way. That's going to give us another chance. We have to do what we have to do. And Daryl's essentially like, nope, if she gets hurt, she dies. She stubs her toe. She gets hit by lightning.
Yep.
She
clips her fingernail a little too much. When they do that and then you touch salt and that really fucking stings. If that happens to her, I'm going to fucking kill you. I'm going to kill you. I haven't done that in a long time. You cut it way too far. How come we have pinky toenails? What the fuck is that for?
They call it below the quick.
Oh, is it called the quick?
That's what my mom called it.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah. Who am I to judge? I don't fucking know. Why would I be? I have no idea. I do keep my fingernails looking pretty good though. They're French manicured, and the ring finger is different than the other ones.
Do you know there's no masculine way to look at your own fingernails?
You mean,
yeah, it's like you do this or you do that.
Well, James is splaying his fingers up or rolling them in.
There's no way to do it.
There is a masculine way, James. Okay.
No, the masculine way is to cut your own fingers off, stick little prongs onto a fork, and then display them on a fork.
Like little cocktail spears?
Yes, like little Vienna sausages.
Yeah.
That's how a man does it.
Yeah, that's how a man looks at his fingernails. He chops off his fingers.
Yeah, I didn't have a good way of doing it.
I think it's okay to look at your hand however the fuck you need to. That's how I look at it.
Yeah, but this is one of those funny things. If you ask someone, it's like, what's the most masculine way of doing it? Neither way.
Yeah, they both look a little like, ooh.
They do.
Ooh, look at my nails. Although you can always just put on camouflage gloves and cut the fingertips off, which I always think is a pretty cool move. All right, so enough about that. I would die for the kingdom. I really want this to happen. So he's really determined, but Daryl, look, there's their bombs. Daryl is like not having it. Daryl walks off.
Yeah, Daryl does not want Carol to die.
Yes, and a good choice for the sort of set construction, set design here. They got like a stick 'em up. Hey, horses, give me your riders. He's robbing the horses. I want vomit up those apples, you fucking horses.
Give me all your hay.
Give me all your hay. These guys are like, oh shit, I got a gun. Be careful, you can't see his face. Oh no. Such a stagecoach robbery. That's good. That's a nice. It's funny how America celebrates like crime. It's like this is like, oh, let's paint crime on our side of our thing. We're supposed to paint pictures of fruit and McDonald's burgers. I could go for some McDonald's burgers. So speaking of burgers, we got a weird cat. Would you say that's a cat?
Yeah, they just wrapped a cat up with foil.
It's a real cat.
Foil. I mean, twine. What is that? It's like a wicker thing, or
it's wickery, but it could be metal. Yeah. You know, sometimes people do some cool sculptures.
This isn't in a
metal.
Junkyard, so I would assume it's metal.
Yeah, that's a whole new setting. So this is now our new friends, which we were introduced to very briefly at the end of the last episode. A bunch of kooky-looking people walked out and surrounded Rick, and then he smiled real big. So there'll be a lot of little detail. Oh, look!
It's a pig.
I like it. This is the kind of stuff I would do if I lived in a junkyard. I'd be making little art and stuff, and then the other men in the junkyard would make fun of me because I'd be writing secret poetry and shit like that. Yeah. Nose, eyes, ears. Got everything a pig wants. No there's a curly tail, I think. Looking good.
And the whole time I was seeing this,
doesn't taste like bacon.
Yeah, I was thinking this is going to be like a live-action WALL-E.
Yeah.
It kind of looks like that.
Right here, this shot?
Yeah.
Very WALL-E. It does, definitely.
And it also reminded, and I told you this when I was watching, it reminded me of the movie Steel with Shaquille O'Neal, where he plays a superhero who dresses up in a suit of steel, which is really stupid because he emerges from a giant heap of trash. His secret lair is underneath of a junkyard.
So he's like a shitty Tony Stark.
Yeah, it's pretty horrible.
I never even heard of that.
You need to watch it.
I knew about Shazam, which is my favorite movie. I watch it every day, every year on my birthday, alone.
And what's with all the rugs?
I don't know. I mean, it's a meeting. It's just a town hall. It's a meeting center. They put rugs down, keeps the dirt off their feet. I don't know. It's funny. This is where they bathe. Look at that. That's their tub. That's kind of funny. All right. So cool. Well, there's a lot more junk to look at. So then they all come out. This is an interesting shot.
So they're all dressed in black.
Yeah, they're all dressed in black, and they also all have kind of comparable gaits. I mean, walking styles. Mm-hmm. They're all sort of like. They're like those nerds that like only move when they need to. Or like their hair is all sort of similar. And this whole shot, this sequence, so this above shot I kind of liked. It sort of felt like ants emerging from their hull or
what are you reminding me?
Go ahead.
Well, more like sparrows. You ever seen like starlings or something in the sky where they form these giant like organic moving clouds that seem to be moving like a hive mind?
Do you know what those are called? It's a really cool word. This is all true.
Sky blobs.
Sky blobs coming soon. No, that's when I fart on the way home from the taco truck. No, they're called murmurations.
Okay, this reminded me of a murmuration.
Google murmuration videos, and you will fall in love with planet Earth all over again.
Sounds like a heart condition.
It does, yeah. Doctor, I got a murmuration. That's because you got 2,000 sparrows in your heart, you dummy. And quit eating sparrows. No, but they're incredible. They're like one of the more absolutely magnificent parts about this planet.
But I think that's what they were going for, because when the leader emerges, she refers to something like a hive. Yeah. Who is the leader of your hive? And they kind of move like a hive mind, where she is the only one who speaks for them.
Yes,
and you'll see that more.
Yeah, we'll see more too, and they are kind of well trained. So they're a little Borg-like, I guess, in a way.
Yeah.
And that's why I like when like the Borg do synchronized dancing moves. That's always fun. So
they do the robot.
Assimilate.
Resistance is futile.
Boners are not futile. All right, I don't know why. I'm okay. Boy, I'm an infantile moron, aren't I? Okay, so yeah, you see all their hair. They all got kind of these like long-haired mullet things. They're not really. They're
a mullet is when you shave your head on the sides.
I know, but this is mullet-esque.
No, not even close.
Oh yeah, that's right. You are from Virginia.
I know these things.
You're from rural Virginia, no less. But I'm still saying, if I said if the police needed a description of this guy here, and I was like, yeah, like a mullet kind of,
that guy would just walk right by, and
no way,
like, oh, that's not that.
No way.
That would be illegitimate profiling.
What is that, a real thing? Illegitimate profiling?
Yeah.
Get out of here. I'll illegitimately profile you. Yeah, this is Tilda Swinton. Okay, so let's keep going. But yeah, you see, they all have this. It's almost cultish, though. Like, you know how cults all get the same haircut? And same shoes.
That's the thing. It's not a haircut. It's just long hair. It's uncut hair. Is what it is.
Are you saying I'm noticing a pattern that's not there?
No, I'm saying that a mullet is something that you. It's a style. It's something you have done.
Okay.
This is just hair that has grown. That's it.
All right. I didn't mean to offend you with your mullet ways.
Rick is upset with you. I mean,
now I know
Rick won't even look at you.
Now I know what to get you for your bar mitzvah. A fucking mullet. But you do recognize they all have similar hairstyle. Let's not call it a mullet, but a similar hairstyle, right?
It's just unkept.
No, kept. It's quite kept. His hair is unkept. He has like sexy man hair. All right.
Okay.
It's wavy, but not ugly. Yeah, no, they all have the same, like, it's dry at the bottom, kind of slicky on the top. They clearly are going, I'm saying they clearly are going for something here with the hair. Not every single person has the exact same hair, but like this woman's hair is a hoodie.
I think when people tend to live in a junkyard together, their hair tends to resemble each other.
Yeah, it's like female, girls get their periods all kind of line up eventually.
That's not what I was talking about.
Oh, all right. Well, fair enough. You're not reading the same blogs I'm reading.
No.
So, but, so let's also talk about this. So this whole shot sequence, I'm backing up a little bit, by the way. So, but these people, some of them were coming out of this gate thing here before we even saw Rick. And some of them are going right, some of them are going left, some of them are going right, and then all of a sudden, like, they're all just sort of start crossing in front of the camera.
They're not saying anything. They're just
no one's
moving.
Talking. Yeah. So, and I even said, I was like, why did they all cross? Like, what? Why would they go left and then go back and something? What the fuck? It actually made more sense when they revealed it all at the top. Is that they were lining up. So in my brain, they were like going somewhere. That's why it's weird to like go this way, whoa, or this way, whoa.
It almost made it seem like there's more of them than there really were. So when you do this above head shot, it kind of betrays that illusion.
I mean, when you have actors come at the camera and then walk off camera, off frame, and then cross the camera closer, that is a way to like double up the amount of people kind of thing. Not that I'm no guy who directed Gladiator or anything here. So there's a bunch of, so they line up. They are forming sort of a whole thing here.
Yeah, and I thought they were making a heart at first because it started looking like that a little bit.
Yeah, this little right here, like right this between here, like this was the point of the heart, right?
Yeah.
And this was like the crook. What do you call the part where the heart touched
the left ventricle?
The left ventricle, the atrium. Yeah, so it was not a heart. It would have been cute though if they did. And then they did like a circle dance, like those 1950s water showcases. So, all right, yeah. So they form a thing, and this is obviously sort of trouble here for the Rick Grimes and his folks.
Well, remember Rick smiled last time because he believes that this is an opportunity for him to gain new allies.
Yes.
And here's this woman comes up and says, "Are you a collective or does one lead?"
Right. And so we meet finally a new leader. It is old.
Half bowl cut.
Half bowl cut. I know. Bowl haircut. Look at that. Come on. That's not an act. Is this a mullet?
That's something I've not encountered in my life.
Oh, good. Yeah. That's because you never paid enough money to reach Thetan level 18 for your Virginia mulletology. So this is the leader of their gang here. And there's a peculiar speaking style, which I'm sure we'll talk about as we go through this. But she doesn't really waste any words. She just says... we own your lives. Like me, I would talk for fucking 25 minutes and I'd probably end up talking about farts and taco trucks and stuff. So, but no, she doesn't. You want to buy them back? Have anything? Like she doesn't explain. She just says the bare minimum, I guess.
Yeah. It's almost like she leaves pronouns and things.
You're telling me they're all slicked back. They're all fucking weirdos with these haircuts.
Slicked back?
That's slicked back.
What do you mean slicked back?
It's slick and it's back.
They don't wash their hair. They live in a junkyard. Well, sure. What do you expect?
Greasy's fine too. I get it. I'm not saying they should all have fucking beautiful hair like on Instagram, but look, this guy.
Where is that hair coming from?
This one here?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a sideburn gone way wrong.
What is that?
That is pretty wacky. Yeah. No. Oh, look at this long hair. Wow.
Oh, that's pretty extreme.
That's Rapunzel. Yeah, she needs. That's how she hunts with it.
But look at this guy. He's like, I forgot to grow mine. I'm sorry.
But he's got it slicked back. He's trying to fit in. Maybe his hair is a little brittle and it falls out or something. He's getting a little up there in age. Yeah. Okay. Fine. So I don't know why I'm okay. So Gabriel, he goes, I want to see my man, Gabriel. You took my guy.
They came here because they followed clues left behind by Gabriel.
Yeah. So that's how they will encounter these folks. She's got a scythe. It's called scythe.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's Gabriel.
Looks like he just got out of Fight Club.
Well, I mean, at least this. So she agrees to get Gabriel, like she acknowledges, and so that's an indicator that they have. That's the opening stage in any negotiation. Is I scratch your back, you scratch mine. Now we're going to talk business. So at least she's amenable to this first request. So that's good. So Gabriel is alive. Looks a little freaked out, but he's doing okay. He lost his priest hoodie, or what do they call it?
Priest hoodie.
That uniform, that the thing that he wears. But he's fine. He's looking okay. He doesn't look like he's too hurt. Anyway, God, that hair. Come on. Is this Elliot from E.T.? if he grew up and turned into Hilary Swank?
She is very strange.
Yes. She. But it's that like you're writing a show. You got to come up with like a peculiarity. Like your leader of a new group has to have some sort of characteristics that sort of make them stand out as kind of the alpha bird in the gang.
Yeah, so to lead a little context to this may be getting a little bit ahead, or maybe not, it's kind of hard to tell.
Yeah.
They're basically saying that there's a lot of things in that houseboat. That remember when Aaron and Rick went and captured the houseboat?
Correct.
By swimming through, not swimming, but taking the holy boat, the boat with the holes in it.
The boat with the holes. Yeah, not the Gabriel boat.
The holy canoe.
Yeah.
To the houseboat. They got us a lot of supplies from that.
Yeah.
And we saw the mysterious boot person.
Yes.
Well, the boot person was one of these guys, and they were simply sitting back and watching the houseboat, waiting for someone to come and brave the zombies to get the stuff from them, because they would simply then take it back from those people.
Yes.
So Rick and Aaron came and took the stuff. They were waiting for it for who knows how long. They were upset by that. They tracked him back to their settlement, and when everyone was gone, they went in and basically took Gabriel hostage, took all the stuff, and then left with him.
So that explains Gabriel's hasty departure at the beginning of the previous episode. And there was a shot which I missed, and you missed. I
missed as well.
In the car when he was driving off, you actually see another person's head, which we didn't catch.
With a horrific bowl cut.
Yeah, it had a horrible, which you could even tell from behind.
Yeah.
She's also got this is just lazy barbery, where they just cut.
Your barbarism will not stand.
Where they just like slice it like they use a weed cutter to do that, to do most of the work. You're supposed to layer, James. Okay, I've been bald since I was 19, so I fucking know what I'm talking about. So this is Rick talking, explaining that they're going to need to line up and join us.
He's basically saying, you want us to buy our lives back, but you've been to our place. You know we don't have anything to buy our lives back with. Everyone, basically, you don't own our lives. The Saviors own our lives. And when it comes down to the Savior, you have two options. One is they kill you or they own you.
Yeah.
And if you join us and fight them, you can gain a lot more from them than you ever could from us.
But from beating them.
Yes.
Yeah, that's how you can gain, right, for sure. And that's Daniel Day-Lewis from the set of The Last of the Mohicans, one of my favorite movies. And she's like, no, I don't think so.
Now I know who she reminds me of.
Who?
Jim Carrey from Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah. That same haircut.
Yep.
Totally. I got worms. It's one of my favorite lines. I don't know how that didn't win Best Screenplay. And so they take away Gabriel, and things start to get a little bit tense here. She's still mad because she's got a caterpillar on her face.
I like how she and the guy on the left have the same facial expression.
Or this guy here?
Yeah.
It's like you're telling me they're not slicking back their hair?
You could do a face swap, and you wouldn't be able to tell the difference.
Yeah, you totally could. It's not even, I guess. So then all of a sudden it turns into a fight.
Yep, there's the grunt again.
Yep, they've got the grunt, and everybody's sort of got weapons and
pogo stick.
It's a pogo stick. That's the top of his razor scooter that he uses to go down to the mall to go skitching.
Yeah, so essentially everyone starts busting out into a fight.
Yeah, let's have a fight here. And that's Aaron. And look at this woman. She's like, I'm going to get you.
She's going to hit him with her pool cue, I think that is.
Kind of, yeah. Maybe it's either that or really long. I'm not going to say. So look at her. She's just holding real still.
Yeah.
She doesn't have any interest in getting involved here. They're all kind of self-controlled, though. She also, the leader of this group, kind of commands them with these little hand motions and stuff that we saw a few times. So they're fighting. They're kind of punch, hit. Ow, my face. Ow, my knees. And so they're fighting. Gabriel, let us go. Oh, then Gabriel steps up, grabs a knife. And this is one of the ones with speaking lines. So she's probably got a name.
This is Tamriel or Tamriel.
Oh, man. I don't know.
Tamiel or something like that.
Oh, yeah. There's a guy named Brian or something.
Yes.
Beyonce or something like that. So Gabriel gets in there with this goofy, weird little knife, and he threatens to kill this lady. And then
Tamiel.
Oh, there it is. Tamiel. Away from Tamiel now. Like, she just doesn't... It's weird.
There's no sense of urgency with her. She looks more annoyed than anything. Like, you're wasting my time. Just get away from her now.
She looks like she's very used to having her orders immediately carried out. Like, she just kind of gives these curt little commands and stuff. They have things. Food, weapons, vehicles, fuel. Away from Tamiel. Tamiel. I don't know. I can't... It feels weird. It feels like I'm mispronouncing it. Rick's like, oh man, I'm angry Rick again. This girl's got some big cheeks, doesn't she? Wow, those are huge.
That's where she stores the nuts for the winter.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. You know where I store my nuts for the winter?
I don't want to know. As soon as I said that, I was like, please just let it go.
James goes, shit.
I shouldn't have said it.
Damn it. Same place I store them during the summertime. In my nutsack. All right, so they're, I don't know why it looks funny. He's just lifting his arm over because he's letting her go, but it looks like he's trying to like dangle her. Like, all right, spin around, ballerina.
Like a marionette.
Yeah. Yeah. Way to use a sophisticated word for that, James.
Your words now.
Yeah.
This is her in her weird speak again.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. You're not really confused.
Like, have your say now. Say what you're going to say.
I was just more annoyed because I could just see it on the page. That's just, that's where my
The weird thing is, how long has it been since the zombie outbreak? We can tell because we can see Carl aging.
Right.
It cannot be more than
so how about it?
5-6 years, maybe?
Six-ish.
Does a person's vocabulary devolve this far after living in a junkyard for 6 years?
Well, you can imagine people in isolated pockets developing odd habits that can go off in kooky directions, right? Like one thing that kind of keeps society together is that we all watch the same movies and the same TV show, so our accents don't blend away too much. But like, you know what I mean? So I understand that there's a potential for odd group behavior. I'm actually reading a book right now called Station 11, I think it's called, about the after the whole world gets killed by a plague. There's still some people left, and there's these, like, some towns are like kind of healthy, and some of them are taken over by cults and stuff. But so it's not the craziest thing that a small isolated community would develop its own form of communicating that would be different. But you're, like you said, though, it doesn't seem like it's been enough time.
Yeah.
Or that they would have had that much isolation. It is odd that no one kind of knew about this place either. I don't know. Well, it's hard to say. Actually, I withdraw my statement on that one. But okay, sorry, I'm getting my brain's starting to have all kinds of weird. All right, so if you join us, we beat them together. Want something now?
Something now.
She's saying you don't. Yeah, we need you to pay us immediately. Can do. Yeah, she's certainly not using any adverbs.
And he's basically saying, Rick, this man can do anything.
Who's saying that?
Gabriel is.
Oh.
He says, we don't have anything now, but Rick can do anything.
Rick's a go-getter.
Yeah, give us time. Tell us what you want. We will get it for you.
We will go get. And just tell us. There you go. Well, man, James, where does your memory? Why do you bother taking notes on other shows? You have such a good memory.
Yeah.
Yeah. You okay, so this is kind of odd. So, this part.
Show Rick
so
up,
she
up,
tells
up.
a couple people, she's like, yeah, show Rick up, up, up.
And Rick's like, I'm down, down, down. Right.
Matthew McConaughey goes, all right. Okay, I'm not going to do that. That's hack. So yeah, she goes up and Rick agrees and he walks off. And Michonne first kind of protests a little bit, but he's like, that's fine. Don't worry about it. But she doesn't like the idea because these people are fucking psychos. And
So at this point, I'm wondering, do you have another leader whose name is Up, Up, Up? Is this a location? What is this?
They have 3 Up DVDs carefully displayed on an old dresser.
That would be hilarious.
Yeah. It's the old
and
man.
this is the waiting room here.
Yeah, they get led to the... Oh, look, there's the thing. That's the tub.
Yeah.
I took a bath once, but I'm tall. And in order to get my back wet, like my shoulders, I had to put my knees up on the wall, like my legs up high, like I was a 14-year-old girl in there having fun.
Okay.
It was just awkward. I didn't fit. I got to be rich. If I ever want to bathe, I need to get rich so I can afford like a really big tub.
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't know what that has nothing to do with the show. I love when James gets impatient. Oh, look, there's that cat. Okay, now we're fine. We'll just hang out in the waiting room. We'll read these old people magazines from 1994. We'll be good. Oh, that's a chicken, James.
Yeah, this is clearly what do you call a metal artist? A metallurgist. Metallurgist.
Well, his metallurgy is like melting it and
smelting and melting.
Yeah, smelting and melting. I don't know.
Yelping.
There's some cool stuff there, though. There's a lot of cool shit with metal. You ever see the movie Fly Away Home? Beautiful.
No.
It's a gorgeous movie. Speaking of Dumb
You ever
Dumber,
seen Steel with Shaquille O'Neal?
I'm going to tonight as soon as we're done. Yes. This moment was funny where he comes up with the rag and starts helping his cheek.
What did you say during the show? It's like, yes, let me help that infect for you or something.
Yeah. I said, here, let's put some motor oil in that wound. James and I crack jokes while we watch everybody. You're really missing out. So he takes the rag. It was just nice. I just like that little moment. And then, so off they go. He goes, where are they taking him? And this woman very lazily...
She won't speak, though. She just points.
Yep, she doesn't say anything.
With her finely tuned bicep.
With her... Yeah, this thing looks like a praying mantis limb.
It kind of looks like my arm.
Yeah, that's exactly what I meant. I'm trying to get James to join me in improving his body. Because I'm starting to work out, James. It's pretty good.
You're on day 4 now?
Day 3.
Oh.
All right. I'm a yoga guy now, okay? Yeah. Namaste.
Okay, so up is literally higher up.
Yeah, this is this looks. I was expecting her to give like a speech or something.
So you're gonna hold up Simba.
Yeah,
all this shall be y'all's. Rick.
Yeah, it's V'ger from the Star Trek movie, and Michonne's like, "Well, these fucking people are crazy." Now we have a big reveal here, though, and Rick is at the up. Whoa! How do they not know about this place? Look at all this stuff. So this is very Fallout 4-ish, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a video game about the apocalypse. But look, they got some solar panels, so they probably got a little electricity.
Or as you said before, this is very green screenish.
Well, yes, James, you spoiled one of my jokes that was coming up here. God damn it!
It'll happen again.
Yeah, we'll do it. We'll get there. So yeah, there's Rick. Oh my God, I'm pretending to look out over this vast expanse. But it is interesting. I mean, this is a fort. You could definitely create all kinds of traps and all kinds of scary shit and use it to be a place to live. I think I would live in a junkyard.
Yeah. So she's going to tell Rick exactly what she needs and what she wants.
And what she wants is tilde-shaped eyebrows.
Yeah. So she basically says, we need guns, hair dye we run out.
Yeah.
If we look at the back one, it's clearly she's been dyeing her hair somehow, living in a... I don't understand that at all.
Yeah, we open cans, sometimes inside rotten. Okay? So their food, they haven't been farming.
Yeah, so
which is just irresponsible.
Yeah, so she says, we're not fighters, basically. We are takers. We wait for other people to do the heavy lifting, then we take from them.
We don't bother, she says.
But times have changed. Our old methods are no longer working, so maybe we change.
Yeah, which is very kind of her. Yeah, but she does want to get some new hair dye. Now, do you think she was dyeing from the front back and ran out, or from the bottom up and ran out?
I don't know. I mean, are those metal boots, or is that just leather?
Well, it's just shiny leather, I think. Yeah, I like a good shiny. I like a good loud leather. That's why I wear my black leather jacket when I go out to the clubs. But she's got these two lieutenants, kind of, you know, they're sort of this just looks like some kind of like poorly funded sci-fi show.
Yeah.
Like, and these are the leaders.
It's like on Krypton or something.
Yeah, right. Like this would be like one of the early Star Trek people. Like, oh look, they've got tape on their forehead. That means they're aliens. Except they sound like they're from southern Wisconsin.
Same thing.
Yeah, same thing. Yeah. Hey, I'm from northern Illinois. Okay. I know all about southern Wisconsin. Lovely place. Lots of cows. Beautiful, beautiful.
That 70s show was there.
Was it?
Yeah. Hello, Wisconsin.
Hello, Wisconsin?
Well, that's what they say in the opening thing.
Is that the name of the town? Or
no, I don't know what the town is, but that's the state that they lived in.
Okay, well, that's fine. I just didn't know there was a Hello, Wisconsin.
No, that's what they say.
They're saying, hi, Wisconsin?
Yes.
Okay, got it. Yeah, I got it. Hi, Wisconsin is where I bought my weed. No, that's not a thing at all. Look at her gloves. She's got those little tape things that you put on manila envelopes.
Oh, she gets a bonus for wearing a set.
Yeah.
It goes with the boots.
That's a video game joke for everybody doesn't know. If you in video games, if you get all the set, the helmet, the pauldrons, the greaves, or glaives, what do they call them?
Greaves.
Anyway, you get a set bonus for having everything. Okay, whatever. Oh, fucking nerds. So, oh yeah, where'd Rick go? So
Yeah.
this is a big deal here. She says you got to prove it or something, right?
Yeah, prove that you're worth our time.
Yeah, we need to know.
She gives him a little push down the old trash pile.
Oh, Rick rolls right down. And
did you say Rick rolls?
Rick rolls. He got Rick rolled.
She's never gonna give him up. He's never gonna let her down.
Never gonna knit. Never gonna knit. I don't know how the rest of it goes. So okay, no good. All right, we don't like. Okay, looks like clothes, and he probably for the actor, of course, they kept him safe. But you're gonna roll down a big pile of garbage. I don't care how much clothes are there, unless it's all clothes. You're asking for to get stabbed by something. A toaster, a piece of shard, anything. Glass, all kinds of stuff.
That's how I get out of bed every morning.
James lives in a squalid pile. Is it bad? I've never even seen your bathroom. I bet it's horrible.
No, it's fine. It's
you
nice.
clean it sometimes?
Of course I do.
I worry about you sometimes, buddy. I don't know. I just never hear you grunting or anything. Like I do when I clean. There's always urine on the ground. How does it get to the ground? I'm getting most of it into the toilet. It's like, what the fuck? Where do all these pubes keep coming from? Okay, so yeah, this is the hole that he got pushed. Oh, that was a commercial break. So now we're back. Man, look at all this stuff. What a bunch of shit. This is just everybody. If you ever drive down the street and look at every apartment building or every house and you just think, man, there's just so much fucking crap, and everybody's home has cabinets filled with stuff they don't want, closets that need there's just all humans have done is crafted all. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, it's good for scavenging in the apocalypse.
That's true. It'll all be a good in the apocalypse. The landfills will be valuable property. So they have this little thing here with this kind of hole they get to meet, and he goes, hey, it's okay, I'm good, don't you worry, honey, I'll be fine. Clattering. What happens when things clatter? Things get what? Walker growling. Texas Walker growling. Holy shit.
Now this reminded me of something. I don't know if
me the first time we met.
Yes, but the mouth of Sauron at the Black Gates.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you see his mouth.
but you don't see his
I'm
eyes.
trying to remember that whole sequence. Yeah, I kind of remember it. James is looking up his iPad here.
I'll try
Don't-
and...
Oh wow, James just pulled up a picture, and that's crazy. Damn, that is similar, isn't it? Kind of like that. Yeah, that horrible dentition and all that stuff. But this is a monster. Look at him. What a clever zombie outfit. They've got his whole head protected there, and you can't kill him. And of course, I don't know how he can see, but do they even see or do they smell? I don't know what they do. But anyway, we got a big fight here. Rick's got to deal with a boss.
Yeah, that is a good point, though, because the only way you can take down a walker is by hitting the brain, and that brain is protected.
That's a pretty good weapon, I guess, to weaponize a zombie. And so, of course, then he steps on another zombie head. That's probably a victim from a previous.
Yeah, who's a lot of chewing marks on that skull.
Yes. Oh, all this stuff here, chewing marks. Yeah.
And that rug is ruined.
Rug is going to take a lot of cleaning to get that back into shape before you can have it set up so your mom can have her friends come over and spill tea on it. So, they all sound the same pretty much. So, I know that sounded a little zombieist, but growling continues. And then, this is Michonne's POV. And Rick goes running away, and then this Spikes come walking by, and that's no good. That's obviously trouble. So he's got a battle here. This is not. How would you have approached this, James? What would have been your first thing to do?
The simplest thing that I would think, he's moving slowly, so you can easily grab your hands around one of the spikes and push forward to keep him at a distance from you while you figure out what you're going to do.
Right.
You can easily hold him off. But Rick doesn't do that.
No, Rick doesn't do that. I think you're correct, but there's two options as far as I see it. You can either keep your distance or get up close like you just said.
Well, there's no keeping your distance because you're in an enclosed area and he's approaching you.
Except you're surrounded by objects that you could use to get between. Like you could pick up this Rubbermaid tote and bonk them with it. Like when I battle people at the Container Store. You can pick up one of these things. I mean, not everything, but you could find your way into this mess and improvise some sort of barrier. I'm not saying build something solid. I'm saying like when you're moving with friends and you start playing around and you hit your friend with a couch cushion.
Or how about this? Take one of those spikes, grab onto it, and just push it down.
Yeah. Oh, like knock him down with.
No, not knock him down, but hold the spike down.
Right.
So then when he falls, if you're able to knock him over, it digs into the ground and he gets impaled on the ground.
Like plant him into the ground with the spike.
Yeah,
you
completely throw him off balance by grabbing the thing that's sticking out of his torso.
That's actually one of the recommended uses of spikes.
Yeah.
Good thinking. Okay, but anyway, getting close though does create trouble, even if you can get a good grip on one of the handles or whatever. So what does Rick do though? He goes and gets his hand impaled.
Yeah, that's a good move.
Oops. Let's get back on his face though. I want to see the spike. So this is the spike there. That's the spike that Rick gets his hand on. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so here we go. Rick, ow, man, that's a bad wound. He's got some stigmata going on there, huh? Gonna have to go to the stigmata doctor, which is Gabriel. Mm-hmm. And this is that was me banging my teeth together. God, I'm so glad I didn't break one. That would have been fucked up. This is trouble. I really enjoyed this sequence, though. I mean, I thought this was a cool monster.
Yeah,
my favorite part was the monster.
It was like you said a little while ago.
This is like Hellraiser's evil uncle.
Yeah, it's like a little mini boss or something, like you said.
Yeah,
I think you said that.
Yeah. And they come up like that. We kind of judge the show a little negatively for their set piece zombie traps that are a little obnoxious, like the kitty litter on the bridge. I don't know if it was kitty litter, but like this is a cool one. This also seems very plausible.
And I like that they kept the continuity with the blood around the spike that he had his hand on.
Oh yeah, that's pretty good. You think that'd be enough? He should have just put, let him lick his face. So Rick's fuck. Oh yeah, then he gets a cut on his finger, or on his arm,
on his leg.
Leg. Sorry, jeez, I got it wrong twice.
Part of the bottom is the leg.
Below the hips. What's it?
Yeah.
He gets a cut on his thick arm. That's what I call it.
On his walking arm.
On one of those floor arms. Whoa. But that's my point though. Is like the closer you get, the more likely it is to get. Like it's like kind of like handling a pineapple. Mm-hmm. They can really catch you off guard if you're not careful. Or what are those dangerous fruits called? Artichokes. Okay, so so if you put the whole thing in your mouth, you die. You choke on it. So Rick is struggling. He doesn't really sure what to do. And this guy's he's got one intention that just be a zombie. So Rick's in trouble. What's he gonna do? And I think Michonne calls out, use the walls or something. Or maybe I'm getting a little. Yeah, he tries to climb up the wall, then he rolls back down. He's sort of stuck here. He's in this little pit. Yeah. He's in a lot of danger. I think she yells, why not put the laundry basket on his head? No. Why not take this thing, turn it over, empty it, put that on his head or something? I just feel like you could easily weaponize a lot of things. Even a blanket. You could toss a blanket over his head.
But he's clearly not moving based on sight. He's smell.
Yeah, but a blanket would still make it a little harder. Oh, then it'd be harder to see the
hard
spikes.
Yeah, you wouldn't know which. Yeah,
I mean, you kind of could.
You would be making him more dangerous.
Yeah, but what if it was one of those feather blankets, and then all of a sudden you got like a fun little pillow fight going on?
What if it was My Pillow?
What if you have a feather pillow?
No, the product called My Pillow.
Oh, I have that. That's one of those right there.
That's that?
Yeah, it's pretty.
Wow.
They're pretty sweet. My mom bought it for me because she's susceptible to bullshit. Yeah, look.
It looks like he's in a washing machine.
Yeah, this does. This is the world's biggest, weirdest washing machine. You could bonk him with a bag of garbage. Come on, man. There's all kinds of stuff here.
So then Michonne yells, Rick, use the Force.
Use the Force, Rick! And he goes, oh yeah, Force. And by Force we mean...
Physics.
Physics. Drop one bag of garbage on him. So he actually collapses the wall, kind of gets it onto him. It was a little... I mean, they needed to come up with some kind of...
I would have preferred to see like a couch come down on him or something. Something other than bags of garbage that would knock him down.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, the whole thing...
I mean, that would knock me down, but this is a zombie.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like he could have just... Yeah, he destabilizes it and kind of knocks him down that way. And then they cheated here, because this is obviously not a fellow that you can approach with a lot of ease. You can't just kneel down next to this guy and start doing anything violent. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to catch your hand or something on something here. Oh, did he hit? That looks like he got impaled on that thing, unless that was already in him. I don't think that was. See this big
that's
kind
probably,
of a broken metal spike something or other? But also, maybe he just hates recycling. They're water bottles. The labels are still on.
But you would think that if you wanted to kill that thing, you would just stand behind him, grab two of those little things in the helmet, and just yank upward. It'd probably pull his whole head off.
Probably. Oh, yeah, like put a hand underneath this guy here.
Yeah, just use him
maybe
as handles.
One there.
Lift up.
And just lift up and yank his head off. And then throw his head at that fucking Jim Carrey standing on top of the pile, and you're good. And then, so they cut to, this is the cheat here. Rick does all the finishing move without any real shot of the zombie here. So it's just like, stab, stab. This guy's a good actor, though. He really sold it, though. Walker gurgling. That's how bad he got him. So what is he stabbing? They didn't,
Probably a watermelon.
Well, in real life, you mean?
Yeah.
Do they actually give him something to stab the eye?
I'm assuming for realism they probably would.
Yeah, I would assume they'd probably let him beat up a watermelon.
It's like probably just a PA.
Yeah, yeah. It's.
Don't worry, Rick. We got 10 more about back.
They're just doing it for exposure. Yeah. They're gonna put it on their resume. Beat him up all you want. No, but they didn't show him stabbing the thing because like the zombie's head is really protected. What is he gonna do? Penetrate through his nose up here? Get him there?
Either that or just cut his head off. It won't kill him, but
got some eye holes.
It'll keep him from getting back up.
Yeah, I get you. But it's a cool zombie, cool monster. But Rick does get the upper hand, luckily, and Walker gasping. He ruins this thing, whatever that is, some kind of machine. Looks like an old computer. Oh yeah, he like knocks a computer TV thing off of something or other.
Computer TV thingy.
Well, see, like there's the curve.
It's got little legs on the bottom, so you know it goes. It's upside down at the moment.
Yeah, it's upside down at the moment. That's what I'm saying. Like there's the keyboard part.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm even right about that. Maybe we'll get back to it. We won't. So, oh yeah, and that's like a toggle switch. This is whatever it is. It's super old or okay. All right, why am I obsessed with it? So yeah, Rick gets up and he's all tough and he's just like, yeah, I've killed a lot of zombies. I'm used to this kind of fucking.
So he looks up and yells, "Are you not entertained?
Are you not ready to clean up your house? Tell us what you want." Yeah. But there's the head separated, so he chopped the head off basically.
So you think the people that were working like the PAs on the show just went to every thrift store within like a 50-mile radius and just bought everything and just dumped it down there?
Well, I don't know. I mean, they had to have gone to a junkyard. I'm sure they went and filmed at some kind of... And I obviously they had to make it safe and get all the real danger stuff out of the way. I mean, you can't just have... A pile like this is super dangerous to climb around on. I was raised in a junkyard, I know. But no, I mean, yeah, you got to be careful. But yeah, that's a good question. What do you think? Do you think that's what happened?
Yeah, I think Rick is actually really hard to see in there because over time in the apocalypse, he himself has become human junk.
Whoa, metaphorical talk from James. Clatter, rungle, batter, doom, doom. That's a commercial or something. I don't know. It's some old jingle from some local business where I grew up. Why? Okay, sorry. Panting. All right, so yeah, a whole bunch of shit, and he climbs up the hill. Here he goes. He gets up by her shiny boots. These are those General Zod boots that she's wearing.
This is the only word that the subtitlist knows.
Grunting. That's what the name of the show should be.
The grunting dead.
Yeah, me during sex. Ugh. And that's just when I'm trying to get the condom on. So yeah, so she stands up there and she kind of realizes he passed her test. A lot. She wants a lot. That's her, right? issue. I don't know what is, this is just the closed captioning fucking up. What the hell?
No, it does that when there's silence.
Oh, well, good. So it just ruins the shots. No, there's other times where they don't show that. I think it's like a chapter. I don't know what. It's not that. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's an asterisk. You're supposed to look down there or something.
Yeah. So essentially, this is the point in time where they come to an agreement, to a deal.
Yeah.
Where
this is the green screen part. Sorry. Go ahead.
That was the joke.
No, I don't remember the joke.
I've been waiting for it all this time.
Something about what do you want? Rick says, "I want a bigger green screen." Or
That's good. I like that.
New green screen. I sat it on the couch. It was really funny. Got a laugh out of James. So what's the deal? They come to terms.
Yeah. So essentially, she wants what is it? She wants a bunch of guns. She wants half of everything the Saviors have, which Rick tries to negotiate down to a third.
Yeah.
Then they negotiate again, saying, "Okay, well, I'll take half, but I also get to keep all the things that I took from you." And they keep going back and forth until they reach a happy medium.
Well, that's right here. Sorry. Yeah. Okay, keep going. You're good.
This is what we've already gone through.
Yeah. Half of the jars are the ones. So now then they're negotiating about what they stole. You were doing a good job. I just didn't realize we had screenshots of what they're saying.
Okay, so essentially they reach a deal.
Yeah.
Which we just need to keep moving
through
these
games
and the guns. So
I called you games.
Yeah. So Rick agrees to provide her with guns, even though he has none and has no idea where to get any. But he's so confident and so excited that he has new allies that he goes ahead and vigorously makes the deal.
Yeah, so they're gonna get guns and they get to keep half the shit and they get a third of the Saviors if they beat the Saviors, which means they'll up their supplies. And Rick is excited, and then he goes for a handshake and she recoils.
She won't shake the blood hand.
Yeah, she doesn't want to have to live in garbage.
Yeah, it's odd. She lives in a junkyard and she won't touch his bloody hand, even though she has gloves on.
Yeah, but it's gloves. It's leather, man. You don't want to fuck up your leather with some other guy's blood. Believe me, I've seen OJ versus People Simpson. So he shakes his hand with the left hand there, and I like that he wears a watch. I don't know why it's funny. So Jars and Guns, Guns and Jars, Guns, Germs, and Steel. It's a book. Look it up. So yeah, long time. Okay. His name. Oh yeah, he asked about the zombie. He had a name. His name was Winslow. So I guess it was a friend of theirs. I guess.
Yeah, right? And then a guy in the back yells, "You got it lucky. I had to fight Wins fast."
Wins slow, wins fast. I like it. James, you've been hanging out with me. You're starting to say really stupid shit.
Yeah, and then Daryl's like, I had to fight Winn-Dixie.
Winn-Dixie. I can't even compete. Windows.
Windex.
Soon. So she just says soon, and it expires. What's your name? V'ger. I am V'ger. That's the Star Trek. I referred to it earlier. Jadis.
It sounds like one of Will Smith's kids.
Yeah, it does. It's Jaden.
Yeah.
His Twitter's hilarious, by the way. It's like the ultimate in like a child who thinks he's like a god or something. He says the craziest shit. It's hilarious. Jadis. That's fun. But we didn't know. We don't get a group name.
Yeah, we don't know exactly what her group is called. We know they behave like a collective. She controls them with hand signals. She speaks for all of them, and they move like sparrows. So I will just call them the Junkies. The
Junkies. I'm going to call them the Mullet Militia.
They do not have...
No, they do have fucking mullets.
You know nothing, Jon Snow.
Call me Hank Snow.
Hank Snow.
Hank Slow. Hank Win. Fast. No, James, you can call them mullets because they're ugly haircuts that nobody wants to bang. Okay? Get over yourself. All right? Just because the mullets that you're familiar with from your side of the country...
I know where they're real.
Yeah, you do. I know. I've seen. There's mullets in Illinois. All right. People think the North is filled with sophisticated people. Oh no.
All I'm saying is that a mullet does not happen by mistake. You do not go into a coma for 6 months and then wake up with a mullet.
Unless you have a really pranky family.
Yes.
Yeah. Hey, let's go give Grandma a mullet. Well, maybe it'll wake her up, the dumb old bitch. So they drop all their guns and their weapons and their sexual aids. Wink, wink. Handcuffs. They did keep the pink covered furry part. I don't know. That's okay. All right, so they pick up their stuff. Look at this. He's carrying a big J.
Yeah.
Must be for Jadis. And off they go. Everybody just slinks back into the junkyard where they belong. And she did ask him to bring her some smashed cars, though. She's like, I want some more smashed cars.
They're running low.
Yeah, like we were running out. So, all right. Well, there you go. That's it. Look, that's an old bed frame here, James. See, that'd be a good zombie trap. You could like get him caught in there.
And Rick asked Michonne to bring the rug back home because he thinks it'll really tie the room together.
Yes. They've got some colors and they want to coordinate the room.
That's a Big Lebowski reference.
Oh, is it? Do they steal a rug? I've only seen that movie once.
Oh, you heathen.
Yes. No shit. Thank you for finally figuring it out. So Rick walks up. He's been wounded in 2 spots.
He is way too happy.
Yeah. I think he's just like, he's got the thrill of the chase.
He's about to die from a massive blood infection, and he doesn't care.
Let's go to the vet. I need a tetanus shot, everybody. So yeah, his hand, and then like he even comes up, and they're all like, woo, everything's working out finally, huh? Look at us, we're in a great spot. Like this is the world they live in here. And he won't even touch her. Like his arm is all fucked up and it hurts probably, but he can't squeeze. That's realistic. I like that.
Yeah,
you know.
Michonne, I need to tell you about this rock in the road.
Wait, what? What? Oh yeah. Oh, the story. The story. Yeah. The
When he's happy, he likes to tell stories.
Yeah. And it was the king put it there.
And then the beer, Michonne, the beer, and the gold.
Is there gonna be gold in the middle of your hole? Oh, sorry, I shouldn't. See, I went. Damn it! Fuck. I'm sorry, James. I'm sorry. I know you're a pure boy. Okay, door grunts. Here, and this is we're back at this new scene. Obviously, we're back at Carol's house, right? Mm-hmm. She comes out and she's going, "What the fuck? Who's coming?"
And this is every single time anyone has ever come to her house. Everyone's always like, "You know what? You said to stay away, and we were trying to be quiet.
Yeah,
we didn't think you were gonna notice us. You're standing in the front yard.
Yeah, you're walking towards her door. We didn't think we were just. He says we were just clearing out.
Yeah,
we were just clearing out.
It's not our fault. You noticed
the wasted." At least they came through the gate. I think they came through the gate.
No, they're coming from from camera left.
Yeah,
I mean, look where their legs are pointed.
Well, the only guy
Jerry is clearly coming at an angle.
But Jerry could have come out of the gate and gone that way.
Do you really think this guy right here would have gone
like that?
It's hard.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
No, I get you. I'm trying to be fair, is what I'm saying. You know what I mean? We've pointed out the one where Morgan visited her, and then he leaves, and he just walks off right this way.
Yeah, I was so hoping
he doesn't go
would
there.
Just, like, collide with one of the tombstones, and it would just snap in half from being styrofoam.
It just hits his shin real hard. He has a big goose egg. Yeah, but my men were clearing the wasted here. Yeah. Oh yeah, right. So where's the woman? Where she's not? She must be behind. That must be like her right there, right? Yeah. So they're coming around the back.
Yeah.
Or something,
what he means though, they had a big like Coachella there, and all these like teenagers were wasted in the front lawn, so they take them and get rid of them.
They were high on whippets and other drugs. When it comes to those who are waiting to be alone, okay, we have a trip. So she's got some sort of alarm wire somewhere. Hey, you did a good. They always go out of their way to make it seem like she's some like incredible survivalist, right?
Yeah.
Like it's like, come on, yeah, she's tough. She's survived. She's still alive. She's no weakling, but like yeah, because there was a line like, yeah, boy, wow, you really did a good job hiding your alarm wire.
Yeah, it's almost like the opening of The Matrix, where Agent Smith is talking to the police guy, and he goes, "No, sir, your men are already dead."
Yeah.
And it cuts to Trinity just like kicking the crap out of the...
Man, that fucking Matrix is so good.
Yeah.
That original one,
yeah.
Jesus.
But Carol
since you didn't know how good it was. Yeah. Carol runs along the walls, but that's just how she exercises.
Yeah.
So then this guy pulls out, by the way, they weren't looking for wasted. They were here to bother Carol. Pulls up this Tupperware Pyrex thing, and he goes, "Hey, brought you some cobbler." And he goes, "We heard you love it, just in case you did open the door." So they knew that they knew they were bugging her. But he's a nice guy. Look at he's giving her some sweets. That's pretty cute. I like that. It's a neighborly thing to do. Bring a half.
And is that Diane back there? Yes, it is. Look at the bow and arrow.
Mm-hmm. She's ready. She's got it knocked and ready to shoot. And this is skinny redhead guy. Well, I got nothing. Ronald McDonald's bastard child. Okay, so. There. Oh, this is so. In that one shot, this is like several episodes ago, where Morgan leaves. He just goes this way. This fence is dangerous. You don't take a risk like that unless you have to.
He pole vaults.
That could be it. Yeah, that could be. He used but he set up a bunch of mausoleums. By the way, who has a graveyard in their front lawn? Come on. What is this? My house?
It could be a pet cemetery.
That's true.
They kill a lot of cats.
There's a little cat paw comes out of the ground. Yeah. You just hear moaning all night. Okay.
And what kind of company's like, we need to put a power pole here, let me just put it through your grave.
Well, that taps into the energy of the death.
Yeah.
It absorbs nutrients from the river Styx. So off they go, and Carol does. She is won over by the cobbler. James, do you like cobbler?
No.
What?
I don't know.
What's your favorite dessert?
I don't know what cobbler is.
Raccoon shit. You don't know what cobbler is?
No.
Are you serious?
What's cobbler?
Okay, it's basically like upside down pie. It's like fruit shit on the bottom.
Nope.
What?
I love fruit, but if you cook fruit, like I'll eat an apple. Apples are amazing, but you cook them and they turn into this mushy goo that's disgusting.
Well, you've never had properly
good
prepared.
crisp fresh apple
All right,
is
everybody.
amazing. Cobbler,
we need to blow up this channel. I need to teach James some culture. So subscribe, like, share, help us become a big YouTube channel so we can have some money, and then I can teach James what real luxury is like. Right now he's got a busted ankle. He doesn't even know what fucking pie. You got to get good pie. I'll get you some good pie. Hug me. Let's hug. I want to hug you. I want to support you, James.
Let's get through this.
Let's get through this.
We can make it.
Okay. Cobbler, though, is a nice, delicious crust on top. It's usually made out of oats and some brown sugar, possibly.
Okay, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, it's got like a nice crunchy top and a really delicious. If it's you can fuck up pie, but you can also do it right. That's all I'm saying. Warm, cold ice cream, warm pie, heaven. All right, my friend. We are gonna earn enough money to buy a pie, and you're gonna eat it. All right, that's the plan. That's the new goal for this channel. I feel like I judge you sometimes, James, and I don't mean to. I do it publicly, and it'll be on the internet forever. But okay. Yeah. So she's back in reading.
And can you tell what the title of that book is? We go back one, it gets clearer.
20 Realms.
Dreams. Something Dreams.
Henry Dreams. Hanky Dreams. There's a man on the front cover there. I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah. Knock on door. Maybe somebody saw it in the comments.
Yeah. Knocking on Carol's door.
Yeah, we can get through this, James. Let's keep pushing.
And it's pretty obvious who this was by her expression.
Yeah, she's a little stunned. This is the king of all cobbler, grease face, Daryl.
Yeah, and
hey, baby.
I'm gonna say what I said when we were watching. He goes, I've been tracking that cobbler.
Yeah, that was the best one.
I know you got it. I'll kill you.
I've been following little crumbs of oats for 14 miles. Yeah, he found her basically tracking the cobbler. Broken sticks and stuff. Yeah. And I found a footprint of a Pyrex dish. Yeah, so he does track her down. He finally shows up. And these two have a connection. They were always closer. They were pretty close to each other.
Yeah, again, we mentioned earlier on that back when Sophia died, that's when they kind of started their kinship.
Oh yeah, Sophia was her daughter, right?
Yes.
Yeah, right. You said that. I think I learned it from you.
Yes.
So they hug, and she's a little surprised. She didn't understand. Jesus took us to the kingdom. Wow, this sounds like the opening line of the Bible. And look, he's got a patch. He's got like a
nicotine patch.
New tattoo. Nicotine. That's actually birth control.
I remember
he just loves a good shot of estrogen every once in a while.
He did get shot, and that's why that's there.
Oh yeah. They should make bullets out of birth control. That way, when Americans get shot, we also don't reproduce.
You're just basically saying Planned Parenthood should be a bunch of people with Uzis on the roof
shooting
women.
Yeah. We don't need more people. And, wrap it up.
No, shooting with birth control.
With birth control bullets, yeah.
But I don't.
Yeah, forced sterilization is what I'm saying.
That sounds hilarious and horrifying at the same
time. Education is the best birth control, actually, because the more educated people are, the less they decide to have kids.
So you're saying people with children are uneducated. I got it. Let's move on.
If you look at the statistics, absolutely. Watch Idiocracy.
Subscribers -5. And I don't mean current. I mean
sorry, I'm basing my views in rationality, James. I'm the most rational fucking person on the planet. Oh, so then she describes that Morgan said you just left. Who's that? That's Daryl saying. Oh yeah, so Daryl, he's basically saying Daryl is saying that I tried to find out about you, but Morgan didn't tell me the truth. Not that he's mad at Morgan. He's just explaining.
Well, no, but she must appreciate that because she asked him not to say anything about her actual whereabouts.
He's basically giving Morgan a compliment here.
Yeah.
He's like saying Morgan held up his end. He didn't violate what you asked him to do. Yeah, totally. So, but this is a sweet moment, though. They did have this little, they miss each other, and they've both been through some trauma and some experiences, and so this is a good time. We like a good reunition. What do they call it? Reuniting?
Reunion.
Yeah, thank you.
He messed me up. He's like, is there a word for that?
So he asked her why'd she go. I had to. That's not the right answer. I mean, it is, but it isn't. It's like, we want to know why. No, come on, it's not. This is, tell us really why.
And he says after that, next time, wake me up before you go.
Yeah, wake me up before you go. And then they both broke into a 5-minute choreographed dance. Yeah. Back at the junkyard. Thank you. I was losing it there. And this is them bringing their share of the goods that they stole, the containers of cans and stuff.
They're getting some of their stuff back.
Yeah, exactly. So she was saying, you didn't get the supply. So he overheard some things, so he's relaying some intel that he discovered on the inside, right?
Well, no, Gabriel is basically saying, this is how it went down. This is how I left, and this is why they took me and why they took our supplies.
That's what I meant to say. That's what James said there. Look at Rick's eyes. Hey, up there. My face is up here. And quit looking down. My face is... Okay, sorry. I didn't do a good job with that one, James. No, you didn't. Well, yeah, and then Gabriel, this is actually another nice moment. Gabriel expresses, James, I told you no texting.
I didn't do it.
Gabriel gets a little heartfelt. He says, I was losing faith if things weren't working for me. I mean, he's a father. He doesn't want to lose his faith. That's that's the core of his identity. So he was having some doubts and some struggles, but then when he realized that Rick came and his bros and his family came back looking for him, he was going to be okay. I think it brought his faith back, which is nice. And and even the fact that Rick smiled when he saw him for the first time, because he was afraid that that Rick and everybody else was going to think that he did it on purpose.
Yeah, and he was happy because Rick did not doubt him.
Rick didn't doubt him at all, and Rick gave him, because the smile showed that they'd come looking for him, and that he was glad to see him and stuff. And so. Someone showed me once that enemies, because he's talking about how this guy Gabriel, because they didn't meet him under good circumstances.
No, he's basically saying it was a little girl with a rock in the road. She talked me through the beer.
The rock killed 14 horses, and so they sent a little girl to dig it out.
No, yeah, he does mean him.
Yeah, this is a nice moment. A couple of nice moments here in this. Kind of like when James and I have lunch. We both we get one burrito and 2 straws. So
just stick the straws on either side of the burrito.
And we meet in the middle, like Lady and the Tramp. Okay, so these two they have a little spat here. Rick is hurt, Aaron is hurt, we're all fucked up. If you see, Aaron's worried that his husband's going to be upset about his wound, which is good. That's that's what matrimony is all about. Rick wants to bring supplies, and we group, and then
Stop
James,
it.
God damn it.
It's like a baby.
I'll throw that iPhone in the toilet. No, I don't care. We're not looking for a fight right now. Rosita, and then she calls her Tara. So when you use someone's name in conversation, it means you're angry at them, right, James?
Yes.
If we got to stop people from taking... So Rosita's a little bit more aggressive. She's more aggressive here. I think she's going to be a loose cannon.
Yeah,
she's
what's messed up is that
she is.
Tara is already on board with fighting, and yet Rosita is like, well, that's not enough for me. We need to fight now. We don't need to go back and regroup. We need to do everything now, which is not a smart way of going about it.
Yeah, you can't just be reckless. You got to be calculating. So she goes, grow up, and I'm going to go get this caterpillar off my face. So off they go. And, okay, so now look at them. They're standing still. Come on, get out of here, you Scientologists, you fucking weirdos. Soon, she says.
It does show that at least one other person will speak.
Yes, yeah. Well, they're like the lieutenants, The king of the place can't go around doing all the talking. Like what do these people do when they relax? Do they rollerblade around like gleaming the cube? Soon or else. So they give the terms. That's the man, I think, says that, right? And
I don't quite remember, but it could be.
Yeah. Anyway, so then he walks off, and
the fact that he walks off first tells me probably. Yeah, you're right.
They're gonna go they have one comb. They have one big comb that they all share. That's why they all have the same haircut. That's why they all have mullets. I'm not saying they're the same mullets. I'm saying
they're the same lack of haircuts.
They're modified. They have.
See, the leader has a haircut. The rest of them don't have haircuts.
Okay, fine. Hairstyle.
There's not even
all hair is his style. It's all. Otherwise, you don't. My hairstyle is bald, but I still have to fucking keep it short, or else I look like a crazy person. If my hair gets longer than 1/4 of an inch, I start to look like a maniac. It's already a little bit long.
You look
do you want to rub it? It feels good.
That's all right.
Sometimes girls want to touch my head because it's weird for them, and it's like exciting. Not like in a good way, but like they're just like, hey, I want to touch the freak. And then they rub the back of my hair because my hair is actually really soft. And then they go, oh my God, it feels amazing. I love it.
It does remind me of one thing that I don't want to be insulting at all.
No, go ahead.
It's like a baby's head almost. A little bit.
The shape or the color or the hair,
just the shape.
I have a beautiful skull.
It is very much shaped like a skull would be shaped.
Yeah, I have like a mannequin head.
Yeah, there's no weird points or crags. I have points and stuff all over my head.
Yeah, I don't have. Yeah, like some people, I know some bald guys that they look like their head got like stuck in a vice. My mom's cervix was gigantic. No problems on the way out. No squeezing. No forceps. I just popped right out with an anatomically perfect skull. And it's one of the few things I got going for me. So yeah, I'm lucky. Well, luck's not what I wouldn't say lucky, but at least okay. All right. Thanks for making me feel self-conscious.
What? No, I just said your head was very well shaped. How's that bad?
And all of a sudden, all I can think about are all my flaws. Fuck. All right, so no, but that's never stopped us before. I don't know what that means. That's right. So now they're saying we need to find some guns. Rick doesn't know. He's like, he's confident.
Yeah, he basically promised something that he doesn't have and doesn't know where to look for, yet he's all confident saying, oh, okay, Tara, you can help us because you already know where you have looked, so just tell us where you looked and we won't look there again and we'll go to new places and we'll make this happen.
Yeah, which was a little awkward writing, I thought. Hey, well, you can tell us where not to look, can't you, Tara? Which is just reminding the viewer that Tara had that one bottle episode where she had hung out with the beach women who have a bunch of guns.
She's supposed to essentially tell us that the Hilltop, Alexandria, the Kingdom, stop it phone, and the Saviors have all been scouring the same area for all this time, and yet he still thinks there's going to be a weapon cache out there somewhere that he can find that they couldn't.
Yeah, which there is, and Tara's the only one that knows about this weapons cache, so obviously that's where part of the season's going to end up, is they're going to either steal the guns or somehow deal with that group again. It would be weird if they did that whole episode and they never brought that group of women back, especially since so much of this season is about guns and the meaning that guns confer control. So there you go. All right.
But how are they going to get away with it? I mean, they need the guns to fight the Saviors themselves, so they're going to say, oh, we'll give them this to you after we use them, or...
Well, they'll work out some sort of deal. Hey, we'll bring you a bunch of sunscreen, you beach ladies. I don't know. They'll deal. I don't know. They'll come up with something. So then I like this move, actually. Rick walks over here and grabs the wire cat thing and takes it. That's not smart. You shouldn't be stealing stuff from someone who you just struck a pretty 10 years.
Yeah, I mean, that was the centerpiece of the waiting room.
Yeah. Look, and this is what our front door looks like right here.
Yeah, that was where they emerged from, right?
I think it might be. Yeah, I think so. So, so he takes the centerpiece of the waiting room there, and even Michonne's like, oh, Rick, you bad boy, what are you doing? You're taking their thing? And he goes, yeah, man, to replace the one you lost. I like this. This is a good boyfriend move. I think this is a fun activity. When I'm out with a girl, I like to steal something and give it to her.
The thing is, you don't come into someone else's area and grab them right by the
cat balls?
Trump reference.
By the...
it's a cat.
Oh, evil? What?
Never mind.
Oh, by the cat. You don't grab them by the pussy? Oh, yeah! All right. Gosh, what a nightmare this planet's becoming. Okay, so, all right, they get in their little car and off they go, and now we got to Carol. Let's burn through all this stuff. This is Carol and Morgan. James really wants to go.
This is not Morgan. This is Daryl and Carol.
Daryl and Carol. This is Dwerkel.
Yeah.
And
so basically, this entire scene is all about, if you want to boil it down to the very littlest piece,
we'll do it quick.
That Carol asked Daryl, how is everyone doing? Did the Saviors come for the group? And she starts crying, knowing that she can't bear the thought of anyone from her family being killed.
Are my friends dead?
Yeah, so Daryl lies to her and says,
orgasms.
yep, they came, but we took care of them all. We made a deal just like Ezekiel.
Yeah.
So he lies to her and tells her everything's hunky-dory. He doesn't mention that Abraham is dead. She didn't really know Olivia too much. But
right.
Glenn is dead. None of that horrific stuff was revealed to her. So she sighs relief, and she goes on with her life.
Yeah, he basically protects her by lying to her, because if she knew the truth, she probably would leave this place, which would put her at risk.
And she would come out fighting and either get killed or lose what little humanity she has left.
Yes.
Which is what she's been trying hard to hold on to.
Right. And then thank you. So let's get through the scene quickly. She goes, what do I got to do? Like, what kind of zombie do I got to kill to get food around here? Right? Is that what he says?
Yeah.
And anyway,
he starts eating,
and
he says, I haven't had grub this good since Glenn's funeral. I mean, never mind.
Yeah. What'd you have at Glenn's funeral? We had red jelly. It was gross. So then she sits there. She doesn't eat. She's got something for herself, though. That's good. It's anyway, he leaves. It's nighttime. It's weird. Why wouldn't he sleep there for the night?
We think about it, though. I mean, he is out.
I already did.
Okay, but he's out at a time where he is a marked man for the Saviors. He can't just walk around in broad daylight without them seeing him. If he is seen, he's dead. So this is a smart move for him.
That's a fair point. Okay, good point. I like that. But still, when you stay at a friend's place, you've had a long day, you had to fight with a guy who wanted to use Molotov cocktails on your enemy. You're probably a little tired. You just had a nice meal. Yeah, sleep on the couch, or maybe they bang. I'm not even suggesting that. I just did. But stay in the house and then leave in the morning.
What if you just look back and said, Glenn's dead, by the way. He just took off sprinting.
He spray paints it on the window in reverse, though. So, you would have. It's not a mirror. Okay, and I got confused. Okay, you be careful now, Carol. All right now. And she goes, okay. And then he leaves. We wanted him to go down to the corner like Morgan did, but he walks around the back. So maybe there's like the fencing is not in the back, so something. All right, so she's like, oh, okay, door creaks, should be grunting.
Door grunts.
Yeah, so there it is.
Look, it was growling. It wasn't grunting.
Make the noise.
What?
Make this. What did she sound like? Shiva.
You were doing it earlier. You got to do it. There you go.
I was not doing it earlier. That was me snoring.
Okay. But clearly the tiger was not grunting.
Yeah, it didn't struggle to get up. It wasn't like.
It was like, my food, it's great.
It wasn't Monica Seles. Yeah, so she gets up. She grunting. Cats don't grunt.
No.
They snarl, they meow, and they wail when their balls get cut off. So anyway, there she is, and she's pretty cool. And Daryl's just hanging out. Couple of wild beasts having a little meeting here, aren't they? And even what's-his-face comes up, and yeah, he goes, Zeke will be impressed. You're pretty good with the cat. He's like, wow, you really are taming that cat there, aren't you? You're like Tarzan. So... Okay, went away. I don't know what he's talking about. So then,
yeah, this is when Morgan talks to Daryl and says, I understand you. And Daryl says the usual line, you don't know me. He's like, yeah, we're the same person. See, I know that you didn't tell the truth to Carol, because if you had, she'd be right here with you, risking her life and falling back into the same habits that she tried so hard to get out of.
Yeah.
And I did the same thing, is I promised I wouldn't tell anyone where she was. So we both made compromises. We're both still holding on to something from the past. We're both still trying to protect people.
Yes, you're right. So they kind of, they have a begrudging respect for each other. They both made similar sacrifices, and they're men of comparable honor. There's the cat, and Daryl even pets the cat.
He grabbed Ezekiel's pet right by the face.
By the furry beard. Right, James?
Yes.
I don't mind. I don't mind a furry beard.
I just realized that you were making a horrible thing.
How dare you have that brain? You are gross, James. I was not. I was talking about vagina hair. All right. So going back to Hilltop in the morning. I don't care about it's hair. I don't care if it's hairy. It's fine.
You're talking about the people in the
junkyard? I'm glad I'm invited to the party.
To the junkyard party. Yes.
The junkyard party. I don't even care if it's stained.
Junkyard party. Change topic.
Junkyard party could be the name of this channel.
Yeah, it could be.
So it goes, I'm going back to Hilltop in the morning, and you'd be the victim, though. I'd be like the maniac who, like, you're trapped and you just can't escape. All right, sorry. I'm going back to Hilltop. Okay, so they're leaving, and I don't know. I'm totally done.
Well, that's important, though, because Daryl tells Morgan, you're going to stay here, and it's your duty to make Ezekiel listen to you. We need Hilltop on our side. Without Hilltop, we can't win.
Right.
And yet says he's going back to... we need the kingdom on our side.
Yes.
Sorry about that. I got that mixed up.
That's right.
And Daryl is going back to the Hilltop, which is really stupid because the Hilltop, the saviors walk all through that.
Right.
And
Daryl's...
and the leader of Hilltop is not going to allow him to stay there.
And Daryl, if he gets spotted...
Yeah, he's a total liability.
Gregory could easily pull a deal.
Yeah, Gregory would give him away at a heart's beat. Yeah, he tried to give away Maggie, remember?
Yeah. Yeah, Gregory's a piece of shit. So Daryl's going to be taking some risks, but he has his trusty crossbow back. And
he does.
That's like Samson getting his hair back, okay? Mm-hmm. So that's Morgan, and he's like, okay, well, asterisk. Okay, so then he's outside, and he camera, shifts focus, rack focus, or whatever they call that, to Richard, who's crossed his arms, and he's poking out his bulge, and he's wearing his hockey gear or his laser tag outfit, and he's like, Richard, not getting my way. But he sees what's going on here. This guy's going to create some trouble. I don't think Richard is necessarily a bad guy. He just has sort of different goals than the kingdom. He's working on a different time frame.
No, he wants the same thing everyone else wants, but he's willing to sacrifice more for it than others are.
His anger is making him a little more irrational, probably. Yeah. But I get it too. And speaking of anger, there's Daryl, and he's got asterisk.
Well, this is him as he leaves the gate from Kingdom going to Hilltop in broad daylight, I might add, which is bullcrap.
Yeah. Yeah, he's not even trying to obscure his appearance. He could have put on like a wig or something, or maybe used a pogo stick. So there you go. That's the end. That's it. We got to the end. James, you've been wonderful. Did you like this episode?
It wasn't the best episode ever, but it wasn't as bad as last week, I would say.
Oh, okay, that's a good point. I'd also say that this second half of the season so far has been a little better than the most of the first half of the season.
Yeah, I mean, the first episode of the season was amazing. And then the rest of the season up until the midpoint, I could best describe as Negan fatigue.
Yeah.
And then now we're getting to another place where they're basically building the set pieces and building the key pieces and putting all the chips into place so that a big battle can ensue.
Right.
So it's kind of like we're at the exposition building stage right now,
Yeah.
and I'm looking forward to seeing how that culminates.
Negan's final words when they finally kill him are going to be, "I'm Negan. I have a lot of attitude, and no matter what, I'm going to..." And then he dies. Negan is very annoying.
Yeah, I do know how the Negan storyline resolves if it stays consistent with the comics.
I know he becomes a superhero and joins the Watchmen.
Yeah, then he dies.
Yeah. Well, I think it's safe to assume he'll die. But I'm curious to find out how it happens. I think, too, there'll be another sacrifice. I think there'll be another big character, somebody in this world. Probably not Rick, probably not Michonne, probably not... Well, maybe Carl. Maybe Carl's getting a little too old. You know, his puberty's kicking in.
They might blow up Glenn's tomb.
Glenn's tomb?
And his head just flies through the air.
Who's buried in Glenn's tomb?
Grant.
Ah, nice one. Glenn, his head flies through the air. That'd be good. It comes back together.
It's true. It's already kind of...
Yeah, I was like, what are you talking about? There's no head.
Not much of the head left.
It's already been turned into fertilizer.
Fair point.
So, well, maybe it's a statue head.
Wouldn't it be funny though they did open and there was just like fully intact skull in there? Like,
Yeah.
oh, Glenn.
Or all the pieces like taped together with
Yeah.
Scotch tape. The worst tape for repairing skulls. Cool. Well, I think that's all we got. We got to the end. As usual, James got increasingly frustrated with the pace of these things, and that's okay because it's entertaining for our viewers.
You said we were shooting for an hour? How we do?
I have no idea. We'll find out soon. I can't tell until I stop the recording, but at least an hour and a half, I'm going to guess.
Okay.
We always go for like 45 minutes, James. We can get it done in 45 minutes. We agree. And then it never works. Too many tangents.
Yep.
Too much insight. Too much brilliance. Too much incredibly insightful brilliance.
Too much talk about junkyard hair.
Junkyard. Oh, you brought it back up. One of my favorite things. It can be there or it can't be there. I don't care. It's fine. It's fun. It's like, who cares what the wallpaper looks like at the Chuck E. Cheese's? You know what I mean? I'm here for the band. So, all right, everybody. Please like, please subscribe if you enjoy our shows. Actually, blow up our channel so I can take James out for pie. I want to be able to teach this man some... James, we're going to get expensive restaurants, and we're going to get good desserts, and I am going to open your mind to a world of deliciousness and culinary delights, okay?
Like Hot Pockets?
No, like extra hot pockets, all right? Big ones, hot and furry pockets. All right, bye, everybody. James, don't force me. I will fucking go there, all right? See y'all later. I love you.